You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're
Hey,
great.
Derek.
Are we gonna have nicknames for each other each episode?
You're
I think
great.
we should.
You're great.
I'm Underboob. That's the original. That's the OG. So you're Nev Nips. I'm
great.
Underboob.
Oh wait, let's not give away the studio production value we have here.
It's pretty low.
You're probably going to sing anyway, so you might as well just use
That's
that
a
part,
good
you
point.
know?
Good to go.
Yeah.
Life is neat.
Yep.
You're great.
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 You're so great.
Oh my God, you're so great.
Oh, welcome to the Hug Life podcast. I'm Mike Sleepy Time Coletta.
And I'm Monica Wine Time Nevi. Do you want to tell people what your coaster says? I think it's important to tell people what your
Sure.
coaster says.
It was recently my birthday. I don't think we've recorded since then. So I would love to let everyone know that for my birthday, I was gifted a coaster that says, if I was a Care Bear, I'd have a glass of wine on my belly.
It's true. I feel like
That's it.
I've never heard a more accurate rendition of you.
You know, it's been difficult to really nail down what type of, alcoholism I suffer from because it changes all the time.
I mean, it used to be Bud Light.
Yeah, Bud Light. I did some whiskey for a while, gin, and then beers have kind of really tapered off for me. It's been more wine, but it's more sugar in wine, and I don't know.
Beers give me the worst heartburn now. I
Really?
can't drink beer.
Yeah.
I can't drink
Whiskey does that to me.
any beer at all. Whiskey I'm okay with right now. But
Positive spin, heartburn.
oh
Just
God,
kidding.
it's so hard. That might be the hardest one.
Yeah.
And I realize we've done some really shitty ones on
Yeah,
here
it's true,
before.
yeah. We've done some really bad ones, actually, but
Heartburn's the hardest.
it's because it's so much worse now.
Yeah, when you get older, it's actually gotten to the point where I had such bad indigestion like 2 weeks ago, it fucked up my voice.
Really? Oh,
And I went to the
just, like,
doctor and she was
fire
like,
throat, too.
yeah, she was like, it happens. She's like, you gotta be managing it better. I'm like, okay.
What do you do?
Changed my diet. My A1C is also not great, so life is pain.
That's a good update on that.
Give you a little diabetic update, baby.
Diabetic update.
It's not bad. It's just not good. It went up, so they're like concerned. You know.
Yeah, because you had been doing good.
I have been doing good. No,
Okay,
no.
what is your go-to heartburn, treatment?
I sleep on my left side.
Sleep on your left side, that helps?
That helps a lot. Also, the big things are you don't eat 2 hours before you go to bed.
Sure.
And then if you're in dire straits, if you're like, cause sometimes I'll wake up with the acid in my throat, like I'm choking on it, and it feels like the worst feeling in the world. And I don't think you're supposed to do this. This is not medical advice, everyone. Listen to me.
But do it anyways and
But
see
I
what
do
happens.
it, and it
Please
fixes it.
Review
and
it.
It fixes it immediately. I take a little bit of baking soda, because it's a base, throw it in a glass of water,
Sure.
dissolve it, and just drink that, and it usually like makes it all go away
just
instantly.
drink
Because
baking
it's like
Absorbs.
is it?
and-
Well, no, it's acid and base, so it just makes it neutral.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
It
chemistry.
eats it up.
Yeah, but it's not.
It's not
I
medicine,
don't think
but
it's really
it
good.
is
It's
science.
not. I googled it one time, and they're like, it works, but it's not good for you. And I'm
To
like,
just
fair.
drink baking soda, yeah.
So I try not to do it a lot. I only do it if it's like, I wake up at 3 a.m. and I'm choking on acid.
Yeah.
Which hasn't happened in a while because
Well, what's the difference? What's Alka-Seltzer?
Alka-Seltzer.
Because it's kind of a similar substance in water.
It's like a buzzy thing. I don't know. This is two non-scientists talking about
Yeah.
chemistry right now.
Don't even. I take Tums sometimes.
I take Tums sometimes too.
Yeah.
I actually got the flavored Alka-Seltzers.
You
that
got
are
the
good, like-
chewable Tums?
Oh yeah, it's
They're
like
the
candy.
best. It is.
It might as well be adult Halloween candy.
We should do that. Have a bowl of candy and then also have a bowl of aspirin and Tums and different old people things.
Dealer's choice, just on your counter.
There you go.
Like, what you feeling? You got a headache? You got a tummy ache?
We did look.
Diarrhea?
We had friends over the other night, whatever, 2 months ago probably. And somebody needed Tums and we had moved the furniture around in the living room and all of our vitamins and stuff are under a tablecloth in a shelf thing.
Were they blocked?
Kind of, yeah. Like the table was in front of it, so you'd have to go under the table and then all the way back to the shelf. And of course, the nicest guy in our group is 6'9", and so he was like, "I'll get it," and he was trying to crawl under the table to get somebody else Tums, and my wife, who's 5'2", was like, no, I'll get it. Get out of the way.
That makes more sense.
But it was an emergency situation. Everybody's over 30, so
should have given him baking soda.
should have had Tums out already. You know,
I would say Tums, Imodium. We can all be adults about diarrhea. You know, if you got it. I had it in Disney. Have we talked since my Disney adulting?
I don't think so. No, because we were going to because you were going to come to that party, but then you were in Disney.
I couldn't because I was in Disneyland.
And I don't think we've recorded since.
And then I went to Disney
true?
World. That's true. Yeah.
Wait, you went to Disneyland and then Disney World?
Yeah, it's been kind of wild.
Look at you living the dream.
So the first was my wife's friends. She's like their aunt. And it's so funny because she's like, it's Aunt Katie. And I'm like, and there's Mike.
You're not Uncle Mike?
I'm not Uncle Mike. Well, also, she spread false rumors about me. Are you ready?
Yeah.
There was a tuba that played. And
you said you farted.
And she said I farted. And then I said no. And then she told the two kids on the trip who were just like, remember that time Mike covered his fart with a tuba? I'm like, and it was the whole time. And she's like, this is my favorite part about Disneyland. And I'm like, you were such an asshole. And I can't be mad at you because it's genius.
That is,
so bad.
That's good. And
but
now you're going to be Uncle Tuba or something.
Yeah,
you can't be.
Because she was hanging out with him on Monday and she texted me. She's like, the child just asked if you remember that time that Mike covered his fart with a tuba. Like, just like, you know how kids do, like, remember when Mike brought his fart with a tuba? I'm like, you fucking got me so good. And
that is a good one, yeah.
But that was the first trip. And then the second trip was my friend Jared's 40th birthday.
There you go.
So we went to Disney World. And
nice.
that was, I'm going to say it, I've made a choice. Disney World is greater than Disneyland.
Okay.
Because...
Had you been to Disney World before? You
I
had, right?
But I had. But I never had stayed on... I hadn't stayed on property in forever. And that's the coolest part about Disney World is, like, you stay on property and you could take, like, a riverboat to, like, one of the, like, Disney Springs, like, shopping areas, or you could take a bus, or if depending on what property you're staying at, you could take the monorail, you could take the Skyliner to, like, different parks, which is neat.
Yeah.
So it's, like, kind of a fun...
Yeah, is there any... That's inside the parks.
Yeah, so Disney World is one
because Disneyland has hotels,
area.
but they're, like, right on the outside.
And they are,
right?
and they're super, super expensive.
So
like
affordable to go to Disney World?
It's more expensive to go to Disney World because you have to fly to Florida. But... the hotels are cheaper, and you have to be in Florida, which is a bummer. But the hotels are cheaper for sure.
Interesting.
You know what's funny?
You heard it here first.
Cheaper to go to Tokyo Disney than it is to go to Disney World.
I have heard that actually.
To fly there because the ticket prices are only $60 for not plane tickets, but for the park.
For the park. I was like,
the park tickets are like $60.
You have to stand up the whole time or something.
You have to stand on the plane. It's actually they strap you to the top of it. And you just go across. It's the first ride.
It's the first ride I ride.
And it's
got their
12
tickets.
hours long. Yeah, it's fun. That's what I did. But yeah, the whole point of this story is I got diarrhea in both Disneyland and Disney World.
Well,
it was rough.
That's the only way we can really trust your opinion on which one is better is because you got diarrhea in both.
I pooped. So I was drinking around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Doing great. I was like 6 or 7 countries in.
Nice.
There's 11. So I was like feeling good. I found the hack. Every country serves a 6-ounce pour instead of the 10 ounce because the problem is you get full.
6 ounce. Yeah, for
you
sure.
get the 6 ounce. So I was doing good, and then all of a sudden, in Italy of all places, tummy trouble strikes.
Okay.
I couldn't find the bathroom. I looked on the Disney map, but the closest bathroom was in the America Pavilion, and you know what has the nicest bathrooms in all the world pavilions? The America Pavilion.
Of course.
Because it's air conditioned
all the time.
and it's where the fat people go. I was not alone. I was not the only person having diarrhea at Disney World that day.
At the same time?
At the same time.
Nice.
Our cycles were all synced up.
Did you feel camaraderie
I
in
did
that
feel
room?
some camaraderie in that room. It's like, that's not the worst place.
Our cycles were synced.
Did you miss this? Did you
Yeah,
miss
of course.
It? Yeah, good. It was bad, and then I bailed on drinking around the world because
You couldn't go anymore.
I couldn't go anymore because I got really tummy sick, and then I tried to rally, and I had a couple of drinks. I had a drink in France, but I think I missed. So I did 9 of the 11.
Was
countries.
it just? Well, that's pretty
Never
good
forget.
for. That's pretty good for. 11 is a lot. I feel like. So.
My friends did them. 2 of my friends did it. They did the whole thing, and then they both got a 12th drink on the next circle back at the UK. They did full circle.
Wow.
So they went to so we started.
Were they all doing 6 ounces water?
They were doing full on, and
so
so
light rate,
they were
and you got
fucking
diarrhea.
drunk, and I was sober with diarrhea. It's the worst.
Well, that'll
feeling.
get it out of you too. It's like throwing up from your butt.
I will say though, it is like throwing up from your butt. But thank you for sharing that with everybody.
Sorry.
There is the thing that I will say that was a dream of mine that it's not diarrhea or poop related about my Disney World vacation. I was alone, and I had a hotel room to myself, and I paid for it myself, and it was fucking awesome.
That sounds awesome.
Because like it was so overwhelming, but every time the day ended, which it was like a 14, 16-hour day every day.
Of course.
It was like I could just go home back to my hotel and just crash so hard.
Quiet, and you don't have to talk. And it's great.
Nice.
Yeah, we were talking about over the weekend. Last weekend, I worked with kind of a crazy show, actually. Joe Dombrowski did a Joe and Friends
I saw
show.
that.
It was me, Brad Upton, April Macy, and then a couple of younger local comics.
I think Lucy was on it.
Yeah, Lucy Tollefson and Tyreek Woods. And it was just a great show. And we did 2 shows on a Thursday because Joe sold them out.
Classic Joe.
But Brad Upton, who's been doing comedy for over 40 years, and I were talking about, like, what do you do when you retire? Because we've already traveled a lot, do you want to keep traveling? And he was like, well, yeah, I want to travel like with my wife. And I was like, people don't understand the difference between going to Disney World and then being able to go back to your hotel room without something else to do, or going to Disney World or Disneyland and then being like, oh, I also have a show tonight, so hold on, I have to think about that.
So
or
different.
Like, it's so
yeah.
different. Yeah. So I get that traveling of being like, I can just
vacation.
be done at 6 if I want to.
Yeah. I could just be done. It was awesome. I spent so much fucking money though. It's just the drinks. I probably spent like $100 or $200 on drinks a day.
A day.
Yeah. That's not just alcohol. That's like
just
Diet
did
Coke.
you eat there and stuff too?
Also eating. The food was really good in the World Pavilion though.
Yeah.
They had General Tso dumplings, like shumai dumplings with General Tso's chicken. Oh my god.
I've been really into dumplings lately. Of all kinds.
We went to Din Tai Fung last night for Valentine's Day.
What?
Mm-hmm. Katie and I don't do Valentine's Day on Valentine's Day. Do I
Yeah,
say Katie's name on here? I forget.
Well, you have over the years, I'm sure.
I'm
say
sure.
Aaron's, but I don't try not to say children's names.
That's
all.
what I didn't say those kids' names earlier, so I felt really proud of myself.
I figured you just called them child.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Child?
Child.
Honestly,
child said.
As far as kids go, they were really good. They were really well behaved.
Except for the
and
whole
they were
tuba thing.
but that's all Katie's fault. It's all Katie being super rude.
Got it.
Because her husband
You don't think
has tummy problems.
I was going to say, you don't think that has anything to do with the amount you fart?
My crummy tummy?
Yeah.
I mean, I fart pretty bad.
Yes. Is it like partially your fault or just your butt's fault?
Do we blame my butt or do we blame how I eat?
I blame your butt 100% of the time.
Just like the audience.
Yeah. Or both. I don't know.
I blame your butt and the audience 100% of the time.
Either one.
How was your birthday?
Oh, yeah. It's pretty good.
Oh, yeah. It was pretty good.
I had to remember what. Okay, this
You had
was,
oysters. I know that.
Did. I had probably too many oysters over the week. On Wednesday.
Unbelievable.
This was, oh my gosh. But it made me happy, so that's fine. On Wednesday of that week, my birthday was on the Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And the Wednesday, I got, there's a oyster farm, shellfish farm here in Washington called Hama Hama. And they're really good. And honestly, when you get oysters anywhere, they're usually on the menu. One of the better Pacifics. Anyways.
Ooh.
So, but they're pretty close. So I have the ability to order oysters from there and they ship them to your door. And so I did like a class about Olympia oysters, which are a little smaller. And then you would meet with them over Zoom and they would like teach you about the oysters, but they mailed you 3 dozen oysters. So there's 2 dozen of different kinds of Olympias and then a bigger Pacific one to like compare. Right. And I'm like, oh, this is great.
You
like,
took an oyster class?
yeah, thinking like it'd be other people who would like oysters,
that's
and
cool,
stuff.
Though.
And it had a panel of people who were like farmers or like reviewers or something like that. And then as it's going, first of all, we were like picking up a wine thing first. And I started it because you like didn't need your camera on or anything. So I started like listening to it, and the guy at the wine shop was like, "What are you doing?" And she was like, "Oh, she's doing a oyster class." And he's like, "Right now?" And I was like, "Yeah, just listening, just learning, whatever." And I was like, "Okay, is this weirder than I thought it was?"
No, it's not weird.
But then I did realize that I was like the only like normal person in there. Everybody else was farmers or people who owned like restaurants or whatever that maybe were considering like putting them in their restaurants.
And you're like,
and
I'm just a recreational oyster eater?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
It was hilarious.
Though.
And also like I still wanted to like be involved, and I had the reason we were getting the wine was because I asked for specific ones that would pair well with the oysters. And so I had like gone and picked them up, and I was trying to still be involved even though I couldn't taste them right away because they were at home and we were getting the wine. And so I would just pop in the chat every once in a while and say whatever one of the panel people just said. He'd be like, "Oh, let's taste this." And he's like, "I'm getting like a celery salt or something." And I'd be like, "I was going to say celery." Like,
that's funny. I like that you were like, I am taking a class for professionals that are going to sell oysters, and I'm just doing it for the love of the game,
for the love of the
baby.
game. I got to try oysters that you probably wouldn't be able to try normally because they're pretty small. One lady came on and was like, because they're a little bit more expensive, they're trying to like resurge the farming of these types of oysters because they're indigenous here, but like the native people here can't even get them, of course, because colonization and stuff. So they're trying to like basically fix the biology of it so that they can grow easier and then they can become more like sustainable by selling them anyways. But they're expensive. And so the lady came on and was like, we treat it like it's caviar. Like it's, like talk about it in the same way that people talk about caviar, like the Olympia oysters, like this fancy or whatever. And I was like, I am so fancy right now.
I am
just
so
trying
fancy.
my darndest to shuck these in my living room.
I'm a living room shucker. Man, that's your nerdy thing, though, definitely.
Yeah, I think
so. Welcome to the club. Some people
Nerds.
like swords and horses, and some people like oyster classes.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and then I had a friend come over and like help me eat some of them because Aaron doesn't like seafood. And then it was just Aaron watching me take this class, basically.
That's pretty great.
It was pretty
But was that
great.
your birthday night, though? Or
that was the Wednesday. So then I had shows all week otherwise. And so on Friday, we went to the lobster shop here in
Oh, I've heard of that place.
Tacoma.
Is it good?
Yeah, I love it. But they have a good happy hour that is progressive oyster. Like at 2, or maybe it's 3. At 3, they're $2 each. And then at 4, they're $3 each. And then it goes up.
Ooh.
So if you get there early, then you can just get a good deal.
Eat a ton of oysters.
And they got good ones. So we went there before I had 2 shows with Doug Benson. So, which I did, and they were wonderful. And then I ran a 5K on the Saturday morning because I'm mad that I'm old. I don't know what's happening, but
Oh, I get that. I'm also
in
mad
the
that I'm old.
rain. I feel like I need to like challenge, like a sports challenge or something, like some sort of goal.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that right now just with eating because I eat like shit and it's a problem. So
If I can quantify it in like 5K time or something, it's easier for me to like do stuff than it is to just be like, I'm going to run more or I'm going to eat better,
Yeah,
like vague stuff. Yeah.
cut out.
He yawned.
No, don't tell him.
Sorry. Well, it was just a pause and I should have said something. But...
Well, you drank. We could have just said we were both drinking our drinks. We could have lied to them. This is just like the tuba thing all over
we
again.
don't lie.
We
That
don't
was a
lie.
lie, though.
Wasn't that from Stranger
Or maybe
Things?
that wasn't. Are you saying that wasn't a lie?
It
the
wasn't
tuba
a
thing?
lie. No,
You did fart.
No, I didn't fart.
Okay.
Are you playing with the game now?
No, I'm trying to understand. You said we could
There
have lied
was
to them.
a brass instrument that went off, and we were in a line, and Katie said, "Did you fart?" And I said, "No." And then all the people next to us started laughing. That's also the other thing, is there's strangers
involved.
And then she told those children after the fact.
Got it. They weren't even there for it.
No, it's Tootgate.
Okay.
Right?
But you didn't fart, so
I did
you
not,
weren't lying.
I
in
will
that.
put it on my grave. I did not fart. Because if I fart, I normally make a show of it, if I'm being honest. Because why not? Why not have fun?
I thought those strangers were going to like it anyways. Just saying fart made them laugh.
Saying fart makes everybody laugh.
That's true.
Or toot.
I think toot is funnier.
Toot is funnier. It just sounds funnier when you think about it.
It's a funny word.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I wasn't lying.
When I was yawning.
When you were yawning, yeah.
I know you should have lied to him. I'm just really...
Mike left to play the tuba.
I love to play the tuba. Recreational tuba. You're a recreational oyster person.
Yeah.
A royster.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyways, 36. That's pretty fucking
That's
old.
how old you are now? I'm 37. This is the brief 2 months where we're 1 year apart.
Yeah.
And then it changes, and then I become 2 years apart again.
Yep. That's how
and
math
my bones
works.
start creaking.
Every year at that around April. Yeah, it was dumb. No, it wasn't dumb. It was good to do the 5K, but it rained the whole time. I wore my Bucky sweatshirt. Didn't even have a jacket.
Did you do it with anybody, or did you just do it by yourself?
No, I'm not a big run with other people person.
You don't really want to talk when you're running.
No, that.
You want to just get laser focused on something.
If I was doing like, people do a walk, like they're walking fast and stuff, then maybe you can chat a bit, or do it with another person. But I would rather just go for it.
I get that.
I did it. I ran the whole thing. Not very fast.
Where was it
but
at?
I ran it. Fort Stillicum Park, which is like Lakewood.
South
Yeah.
Olympia? Yeah. Not Olympia. South is south.
Yeah, like Lakewood. But it was put on by like the Curtis High School cross country team or something, and they were doing a resolution series. So like in January you could do a 5K, and you could do 3 5Ks January, February, March, or you could do 5K, 10K, 15K or something like that, or you could just do one race, which is what I did. I just did the one 5K, but
it would kill me.
I think at some point I felt like I was sticking it to the man by doing a 5K the morning after my birthday.
Yeah, you were looking at the Grim Reaper in the face, and you were shanking him.
Yeah.
With your eyes.
I was shanking him for sure because I wasn't running fast enough to get away from him. No, I'll tell you that much.
Shank.
Yeah, it was not. I did get third in my age group.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm, out of 3.
You got me.
The one lady right in front of me was not that far in front of me, so that kind of made me feel good. Because people at these races do run all the time. But then the lady who got first was like
a fit person.
Yeah, like a 8-minute mile or something. Which I realized, oh my God. I'm on this app called Strava, and it's like a running app. So you do your whatever on your watch, and then it puts it on there, and it's like, you can say like morning run, blah, 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 and it shows how far you went and your map path and stuff, whatever. And so I was on it just to be like, oh, I can track my stuff, And so start following other people. It's like these people either run around you, or these are like the legends or whatever, and they're all like ultra marathoners. So it's just ladies that's like, oh, I had an 8-hour shift today and just wanted to go for a run after work, and it's like 20 miles.
What the
like
hell?
3 hours, and her pace is like 7:30 or something. I'm like, oh my God, why am I looking at this? So I've put it upon myself to be like, I wanted to run this mile really fast, and it did not work. Like just like I'm honest.
No, yeah, I can't do that shit. I was lifting weights again, and then I would walk on an incline treadmill because that's like a more reasonable thing for my body, the way it is. I was going to say something.
Gets your Mets up without actually putting more pressure on your knees.
I was going to say something to you. Okay, and this is going to, like, for people that are older, that's going to be like, you guys are dummies. But I'm just going to say this because it's something I'm noticing now. Okay? Do you ever look at someone and you're like, wow, they're old, and then you realize they're the same age as you?
Yes.
That's happening to me more and more, where like I get like a comedy show's over and someone comes up to me and I'm like, oh, it's really nice of that person to compliment me, and then I'm like, we're the same age, that person and I.
Yeah.
Like,
before we were always
I would be
younger.
like, I'd be like, look at this, like, because honestly, I have a type of person that likes my comedy, and it's either bearded men or the occasional older lady that's like mid-40s, late 50s
She's
lady.
got a nice bathtub, probably.
Yeah, and that person was like complimenting me, and I was like, oh, we're actually both in our 30s, probably.
Yeah, I've realized that some of the like boring couples that always liked me or whatever are now like younger than us.
Mm-hmm.
And that feels weird.
Yeah, it does feel weird.
Yeah.
It feels weird, but honestly, it's like it's just a natural progression of life.
Yeah.
Want to have a
Age.
deep talk real quick?
Yeah, let's positive spin aging.
Oh
again,
well, I mean, I
probably.
was going to talk about death.
Okay.
So
I mean, right now it's probably pretty easy to positive spin death.
it is. Yeah, it is. I had someone. I'm just noticing anything now that I'm working, and it's related to my job. Someone passed away. Actually, multiple people have passed away at my
Your job?
since I started, like in the company.
Just because they're old, or because
No, that's the scary part.
Oh,
is that
gosh.
you're like, it just makes you realize. I'm gonna go on a rant about capitalism. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I think it's so stupid that you spend your life working a job and you have the potential to die while you're working and never actually enjoy life. And I saw someone die at like in their early 50s and they had worked their whole life and they never got to retire, and it made me like angry.
Yeah.
Like I was like mad for them, and I just think again, and this is like, it's not, I don't even think it's like a party line thought. It's like a human thought. Like that's just messed up.
Yeah, I feel like that a lot, where it's like it's not any specific thing anymore. It's that the structure we've built was incorrect in the first place.
It's a system problem.
Yeah.
It's a systemic problem. And everyone's like, well, what's the solution? I'm like, I don't know what the solution is, but I do know there's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, and I think it's pretty clear. Like, there's like, for example, there's another person who hasn't died that's in her like 70s that is just now retiring. And I'm like, you're retiring at 70. You don't know how much time you got left. You could have left.
Talking about my mom.
Oh, really?
She just retired, but
Oh, really? Your mom's 70?
older than that. I think.
I thought she was like 29.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, she's doing good. She's
Trying to
already.
compliment Pam
She's
on
out
the
doing
podcast.
painting classes and
Good for
coming down for
Pam.
lunch and stuff. They
Well,
went and found one of those wooden trolls the other day.
I saw the photo on Facebook.
See, so
and
she's living her best retired life.
I was kind
now.
of just like, wow, I really want to go see those trolls. I'm kind of jealous right now.
There's one on Vashon, apparently.
There is, yeah.
But there's one
So
in
it's a
Issaquah.
Vashon thing.
Yeah.
Meat shots.
Yes.
That's an
Oh,
old callback.
Nice. Meat shots. Wow.
I wasn't talking about Pam, but it could be about Pam.
Anyways, but I thought about that because she could have retired before, and I thought maybe that would be a good idea, but she just wanted to do stuff, or financially there was a number they wanted to reach kind of thing. And it's like, God, that is so long.
It's too long. It's too long. And
yeah.
like, and you see that with people where they're like, you've heard of people that retire and then they die like a year later, and you're like, and it's not like, I don't want to say it's a waste, because obviously you maybe did something that you thought was important or whatever. But I'm just like,
okay, whatever, you're doing something good, but
there's just something too where I'm like, the way whether that means we got to adjust how long people work in a day, like the work-life balance, it just feels wrong. Like it doesn't feel right, and it's bothering me too, because then you have these like fucking bootlickers that are like, oh, you got to work. I love working. You got to work to earn your keep. You got to earn it. And it's like, no, man, it's all made up.
yeah.
It's
I
all
think that's
made
the
up.
part of it. Pretty much everything is made up, but
Everything's made up. The
And
points don't matter. It's whose line is it anyway?
Aaron says that all the time.
It's such a good line, though.
Yeah.
Everything's made up, but the points don't matter.
We were talking about it last night, just life, and our son was like, well, what if, honestly, I think we should just erase everybody. And I was like, okay, Thanos, relax, man.
You
I'm
Thanos
not sure.
did?
Yeah, I was like, I don't think that. And he's like,
Bro.
well, I don't know. I'm like, I mean, I get it, that like I
It's an
understand.
impulsive thing.
Yeah.
It's something that everyone
But
thinks
it is
about.
because it just feels very dire and frustrating at the moment. But I've had so many people go, because I have a weird jobs. Like they're not real, but they are, like it's, so the idea of like, oh, you like what you do, even though there are very stressful parts of it, is like people don't equate that to work, right? And then for them, when I'm like, I don't know if that needs to be like the goal of everything, though, is working so you can live in a way that you want to, makes sense to me. But being like, I just want to be good at this job and then go home and hate myself, I don't know.
It's weird. I'm gonna talk about video games again. You ready?
Perfect.
Okay.
It just felt like the right time for it.
It did. So there's a game called Stardew Valley. Are you familiar with it?
Nope.
Okay.
Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley. It's based on an old game series called Harvest Moon. Okay. And the whole point of those games is you become like a farmer in a small town, and you just like meet people, you can romance people. You just become a part of this like small town life. And as a game, I think it appeals to so many people because it's a game where you can choose how you want to live. Like the job you do is you do it to live, essentially. It's not just like you're doing it because it's not you're not reporting to the man.
Yeah.
You're doing this for your own sustainability. Like you have your chickens because they give you eggs and you can sell the eggs or whatever.
Right.
Like it's not and so I'm like I think the reason that games like that appeal to people, not only because it's a really good fucking game, but because you can like it feels like you're living an older version of life where it wasn't all much about being a corporate person. And also the stand-up thing too always gets me because people are like, well, it seems like your job's great. I'm like, do you know how stressed I am the night of?
I always say like, I'm glad it looks like that because I want you to think that, I guess. But like
fucking hotel room you're hanging out in all day while you think about the show. People don't talk. That's work. You should get, that counts as hourly time in my mind.
Absolutely. Or getting there. This last week I was in Tacoma, and then I was in Pendleton, Oregon on Friday, and then I drove back in the morning on Valentine's Day, so I could be here for about an hour and a half because I then had a show in Seattle at 4 p.m. before I had another show in Tenino at 7:30.
Get it, you're booked. Yeah. Jeez,
but
Louise.
I got
brag a little
sick on the Sunday because it was too much,
It's too much.
I think that's what happened, but yeah.
I had a really weird late Saturday show at Emerald City Comedy Club. The crowd was weird already. But I was losing my voice, so it made me even more anxious, and I could tell like it was off because of it, and it fucked me up so bad. And then my voice was out for like a day and a half, and I think it's the acid reflux thing again.
Yeah, that doesn't help. I know that, but
it's a bummer.
Ew.
Yeah, so getting sick sucks.
Yeah, but
I count losing my voice as getting sick because it's like an ailment. It's just a symptom, though. I'm not really sick.
Maybe that's, well, other than heartburn, we positive spin that the, like, cycle of working or, like, I don't know. What is good
Well, there
about
is, okay, so
I just know
there
a lot
is
of
the addictive gamified nature of it because there's some days where I figure something out and I'm like fuck, yeah, and I get like an endorphins high where I'm just like, I solved the problem.
Yeah.
And I'm like, woo, look at me go, right? And then there's some days where you're just like, what
can't solve anything.
I can't do anything. Life is broken. Why am I here? I want to go home and see my cat.
Yeah.
So, story of my life.
I did know a few people that worked with my parents that, and it was usually higher up men, like higher up bosses, guys, that had heart attacks and died.
Yeah.
You know, like it's even when you're like, quote unquote, good at it or whatever, it still seems to have taken such a toll on. I try to be careful with
people stress. Like I'm trying not to stress. Like my whole thing with my new job is just like I gotta just chill the hell out and take my time and think it through.
That's a good perspective because I should do that less with stand up, and then obviously when I'm doing it I feel great. I love it. The other parts can be stressful, but then the life parts right now are so stressful for us that I fucking wake up with my ears and my shoulders and my ears because I'm just like tensed up all the time.
Life parts?
Yeah, life sucks ass. So then the work part for me is actually like outside of work.
A specific personal thing was happening is what I thought.
Well, maybe, but you don't need to know that.
You don't need to tell me.
Saying,
Yeah.
Definitely not on the
Monica's oyster problem is just tearing apart her relationship. Monica, you won't stop shucking oysters and talking about oysters.
My family's great. My marriage is wonderful.
My family's falling apart because of my debilitating oyster habit.
I spend all our money. No, I get them cheap. You know?
The face you just made.
Don't worry, I can stop whenever I want to.
She got really defensive just now, everybody, if you're wondering.
Well, yeah.
Shuck them if you got them. So I think positive spinning work. Also, you get, I mean, this is a very basic need. You get free food a lot.
Do you get free food at your work?
I get free food a lot to the point where it's a problem, to the point where I need to stop eating.
Is that maybe what's happening for the... Yeah. What is it, A1C?
My A1C. So my A1C was a 6.5, 6.3, and now it's a 7. And 7 is still considered controlled, but the fact that it went up is really bad. So it's like, now they're like, you gotta like...
What's uncontrolled?
8. Over 7.
Oh, just anything over
And
7.
I was exactly 7.
Got
so
it.
it's like, and also they were like, do you want to take a GLP-1? And I told them I really prefer not to. And then they're like, well, you got to figure this out. And I was like, yeah, I know. I'm not like medically.
Can I ask you why you don't want to take a GLP-1?
I don't like
Not that
the idea
I don't.
of injections.
Okay.
I'm not a big injection guy. And on top of that, I feel like the whole point of a GLP-1 is to help jumpstart a lifestyle change. And I've already seen people not make the lifestyle change after doing it. And then they're just back to where they started.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just make the lifestyle change and do it al natural if I can.
Yeah.
And it's not like some weird naturopath is it homeopathy? What is it? Like, it's like one of those things where I'm just like, I genuinely know if I just eat less, exercise more, and like balance my diet, I'll lose the weight.
Yeah.
Or if I do a GLP-1, it'll make me do that. Like, so I'm just like, I don't know. I'd rather just show a little mental will, but kind of like when I went on keto, I kind of want to do that again. Right?
I was gonna say, I feel like you and I both have had good stints of like doing what we wanted, and then it's funny because you feel like if you fall off the track, you're like, well, then that didn't count, but it did. There's been plenty of times when you were able to be successful and whatever you wanted, lose weight or get your
There was a moment.
A1C down.
A1C down. When there was a moment where you and I went to a pool party at Amy Miller's apartment.
Yeah.
And I looked in the reflection of the window and I didn't have a stomach.
Mm.
And I was like, what the fuck? So like,
Who's that?
Because it was like right at like the tail end of me doing keto. So I was at like my best and I was like, I didn't even know. Because you don't think
And
about
then
it.
you're like, that's it.
And they're like, that's
I'm
it.
going
And then
back
it
to-
just got all exploded from there, you know?
Yeah. Hollywood will do that too.
Hollywood,
maybe.
Hollywood does that, you know? Living in the boo.
In the boo.
I almost said the Bev, like Beverly Hills.
Oh.
But then I thought of Bevmo.
In the boo.
In the Boo, Malibu.
Like Malibu? Okay.
I want to live in the Boo.
Yeah. It's different there.
Mhm.
Well, a lot of it burned down. Anyways.
Oh!
I wasn't saying that in a...
No, Monica's making sick jokes. Everyone write a letter.
Okay, can I
Write a
show you
letter.
something? I think it's upsetting, but I
You
don't
want to show
know.
me something? I was like, sure, I'm ready.
Well, it was... I just want your opinion on it, I
Just
guess.
bear in mind, this is not a video podcast.
Maybe
so
you
we're have to do
could-
some descriptions.
Yeah, maybe you
I'm
could
ready when you are.
positive spin this.
Okay, I'm
So
ready.
during our show on Thursday,
Uh-huh.
someone in the audience did sketches of all of us.
That's you know, I saw that.
And that one's
I
me.
saw that,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Who's that?" I'm gonna say something rude.
Okay.
It doesn't look like you.
It doesn't look
I don't
like
think
you.
it looks
You're
like
this
you.
is too pretty. No.
If someone was like, "Who is this?" I'd be like, "Some random lady." I would not think Monica Neville.
Well, at least you think it's a lady. That's good.
You thought it was a dude?
No. It's just my face is very long in
It's
this.
way too long. It doesn't make sense.
And it did seem to be pretty consistent with some of the other ones that they were long. Like the face was long.
like it's their art style.
I will say some people did really stand up for him because we were all kind of like, "Oh, this is nice of you," but do I look like this?
No,
but,
you don't.
and somebody was like, "Well, you only did 10 minutes, so you only had 10 minutes to do it." Blah blah blah. Yeah, and everyone's looked a little
off.
yeah,
Well, I'm gonna say it.
but it
I
was
don't think
kind of
looks
cute.
Like you.
Well, thank you, but it is kind of funny.
The more you said it now, the more I'm like, it's just some dude named Todd.
Yeah, it does kind of look. This is Gabriel
They
Rutledge
drew
without
Monica.
any.
They drew Monica if she was a man, didn't look like her, and worked at Guitar Center. That's what they drew.
Yeah, just a man with long hair, and it's only in pen, like a ballpoint black pen. So it looks like you can tell it's a person and stuff.
It's definitely a person. They
Yeah.
definitely nailed person.
I will say some other people got like words written from like one of their jokes or whatever, right? Not everybody else, but some people did. And April Macy's just said "big dicks" right here next to her head.
That's funny.
And she was like, what the fuck? Hers actually looked the most like her.
Mm-hmm.
But it could have been because you put her boobs in there. I don't know.
Hey, I like that you're keeping it though.
Yeah, that's where Aaron put it. And I was like,
stared at that.
did you
while
before trying to figure out
like,
what it
what
was?
the fuck is that? And now that you've explained it, it's good.
Self-portrait I did.
I got into when I eat my oysters, I draw
I draw.
pen drawing sketches of
Helps
myself.
me-
It helps me relax.
Yeah, and focus on the flavor
Really
profiles.
focus on me.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I think I'm gonna make so this is good. The podcast is good because what'll happen is the next time we record, I'll have an update on my diet.
Yeah.
I'll do a diet update.
I'll do a running update. Maybe I got faster. Who knows? I ran 4 miles yesterday, which is more than a 5K.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Same thing started raining halfway through. It was fucking cold, but
It has been cold.
I did it, and I all I want at the moment is to just add a little bit of distance and not stop. So I really don't care if I'm fast.
It's like an endurance thing.
Yeah, just like, because it's such a mental task to like
It is.
be like, I could stop right now. No one's,
No one's stopping me but
no
me.
one- yeah. But then I just keep doing it, even though there's little tiny shuffle steps or whatever.
Little
but
tiny baby shuffle steps.
it's like 12-minute miles.
Now, do you wear those Christmas slippers when you run?
Of course.
Yeah, good. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Full elf
When
costume.
I do races, I will wear a different shoe, but I train in the
The
jingly
jingly
Christmas slippers.
That
So
makes sense.
that, it really toughens up the bottom of my feet.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Because
Good.
rocks come right through that thing.
You go right through that thing. It is not designed for what I'm using it
And
for.
I do like people to know that I'm coming up behind them,
Yeah, like jingle, 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 like a cat. Put a bell on Monica or something.
Yeah, you're a loud person.
I am?
Yeah, just like as a person.
Doubtful.
Like, not. He's tired right now, so he's a little quieter, but just like moving and
Oh my God.
walking,
I was walking
and stuff.
I was walking in my house and I was like, try not to walk so loud. And I couldn't do it. I started like walking on the balls of my feet. I'm like, why is it
This is
still
louder.
loud? I am not sneaky. I could not be a ninja.
I struggle to be loud in the way that I scare my wife all the time on accident. Like I'm just walking to the room. She's like, oh my God. Or I just come home. I came home and she was vacuuming. And so I was pretty sure she wouldn't know that I was there. So I was like, hey, I'm home. Blah, blah, blah. Like said it a few times. And then she came around the corner with the vacuum. She was like, oh my God. I was like, I literally tried. Like, I don't know what else to do. I came down here and she was in the office and I just walked in the door and she was like, what?
I think
Oh my
that's
God.
I
And I
think
was
it's
like,
an
she's like,
Aaron
can you
issue.
walk down the stairs louder? I was like, I guess. So now I've been like super exaggerating it to be like,
Dude, what's funny is I scare Katie still. Even
Really?
though I'm so loud.
yeah, it's
She
okay.
like wakes up and she gets startled.
I
and
was
I'm
going
like,
to ask for tips, but that's not
and that's not
helpful.
good.
Yeah.
No, it's not helpful. I think it's, you know what? I think it's the people we married.
Yeah.
I think they're just afraid all the
They're
time.
just great.
Then stop being so scared all the time,
Yeah.
okay?
It's just me. I live here too.
I live here, okay? I'm
Yeah.
loud.
I just, well, I'm not really that loud, but especially walking for some reason, very light on my feet.
It's good for you. I can't. I tried.
Yeah.
I just
but
felt so. I just feel like every time I walk, a tuba should be playing behind me.
just each step.
Mhm. For the farts and the song. This is a Gabe.
Uncle Tuba.
Doesn't Gabe Rutledge have a joke about a tuba song? I think he does now. It's pretty funny.
I don't know. Is it new?
Yeah, it's pretty new. I'm not stealing from Gabe. Katie made up the tuba thing. Never seen Gabe, so
She's never seen Gabe?
I don't think she's ever seen Gabe.
Not since he's been doing a tuba
Not since
bit.
he's been doing a tuba bit, at least. I don't know. Katie is one of those people that comics don't really know her and don't think she's real.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I
I
have
can
like a
verify
mail
she's
order.
real.
I think I have like a mail order bride situation.
It's a really long shipping pattern, but
Long shipping.
you didn't get married for
Logistics.
like a long
I
time.
know, it'd be a long con.
Yeah.
Well, Monica,
Well, Michael.
is there anything that you want to say about me before we go?
That your wife is real and that you did fart.
Okay. Fair.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to say about the listener before we go?
Oh, I love you so much.